So, ladies, how y'all doing today?
We are doing wonderful, Carlos. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Miss Linda, you look tired.
I am tired
And why are you tired, Linda?
because I worked today.
Oh, she worked, Carlos. That's the
Oh.
reason why. But I love your blonde hair.
Thank you.
Blondes have more fun, I
love
think.
your hair as well.
I know
hear
you
that's
can
what
borrow
they say.
Okay, what's going on, Carlos? This
Well,
is part of Sister Chat.
So, there's a lot of things going on in the world today about the dealing with the coronavirus and stuff like that. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on it. What y'all think about it. Co-pastor, you can start with it, or Miss Linda, what y'all think about the coronavirus?
I might pass it over to Linda since she's been at work. I haven't been working. So what do you think about that, Linda?
I think that we are not following the rules. I think that what is going on is that people are doing what they are entailed to do. We're not following the CDC's guidelines on some things, like you're supposed to wear your mask, you're supposed to clean up and do different things. But I really feel like we're just not doing what's instructed us to do. And we're following man guideline instead of what God is telling us to do. But we listen to what God is telling us to do, but we don't do it. Because our thing is, man, because they supposed to be dominant of the world. So we're listening to man instead of God. Okay. And I think people really need to know that this is serious. This is no joke. Okay. And I think people are taking it as a joke, Mm-hmm. And now we are effective, I think Friday, we're supposed to start like the norm, but there's no such thing as a norm when this is entailed, it's still in our life. We don't have no vaccine for it. Yeah. Unless you want to take Clorox.
Well, that's what I was told you could do. You could take Clorox. What about that, Carlos? Yeah, you can take Clorox.
I don't think people want to do it. Don't drink no bleach. Don't drink no.
But please do not drink any bleach.
Please don't. That's on a serious note.
Anything. This is serious.
You might end up turning colors.
Yeah, you might. You might turn white. Black, green.
Whatever,
you might be blue. Yeah.
Or die.
Yeah. The ultimate is you might die.
That's true.
So, we just have to be careful how we listen to things.
Yeah.
Listening to things.
And, even though we trust in God and we know, and the Bible tells us to obey the rule of the land.
Exactly.
With sense at that point.
Right.
Even though we believe in healing and we know that God can heal, you still don't do stupid stuff.
Right.
So we got to take this as a distance. They say social distancing. We can do that. We just have to be careful and value our life and value the things that's important to us.
Exactly.
Is to have good health and follow the rules. Washing your hands, covering your face up. My son was making masks and cutting out masks.
He made me one.
And everything. So we just want to be obedient to the rules.
Right.
Some people are excited about it, Carlos. They're ready to get out there, and some don't
they
want to get out
still doing
there.
it.
Oh yeah, they was doing it before. They said,
yeah, they was doing it before. So now it's just okay. You're approved to go out and play.
Yeah,
so you can go out and play.
So I want to know. I know, Linda. I know you still had to go to work. But co-pastor, I know you like to be out and about, and I know you like going to your office and stuff like that. So how was it adjusting from working from home for you?
Wow. Oh, gosh. Some people love that. They was excited about working from home. I was like, gosh, I'm a people person, and most of mine is outreach.
Right.
I'm out in the community. I'm talking all the time to the schools, to different companies, and stuff like that. It's hard, but I was able to adjust. It was fun and funny, really, because you're getting up and your office is downstairs.
Right.
My computer sometimes might work, sometimes it might not work.
Right.
But it's adjustable because I can adjust to anything.
Right.
But for as me staying at home, I'm not a homebound person. I would love to be back in my office, and I'm pretty sure my plants miss me because they haven't had any water since last month.
Oh,
so
my
I know my
Lord.
plants probably dead, and those plants was my memory of my loved ones. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
can go back to work if it was up to me. I love my office.
Right.
I mean, recently Governor Abbott, he said he gonna open everything back up, 25% or something
Right,
like that.
25%.
Yeah, 25% or something like that. Do you think that's a good idea for us to open back up so soon, or because I think there's been studies where it shows like that more people have had the coronavirus and dealt with the symptoms and passed it on to somebody else, or they haven't died from it. So I think that's kind of what they're going off of. Like, well, if it's more people that's had it and not died from it than people that's had it and actually died from it, then we might as well just start slowly opening things back up. What y'all think about that?
What you say, Nanda?
Why you pick me first?
Because you working out there. You working in the public. You still working.
Yeah, I am still working. I don't know. I truly don't know. I think it's too fast, personally. I do. I think it's too fast.
You think it's too fast? I mean, if people would really obey, because you're talking about opening up the theaters and what else they said, restaurants,
Barbershop.
No, the barbershop hadn't opened up
Oh
yet.
no, he said barbershop.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah,
hear
I
that
think he
part.
said barbershops, nail salons.
Yeah, I
nail
thought he
salon.
said that
Beauty
was gonna open up on the phase 2 though, not this weekend. I didn't think. I thought he said that it would
I
be the
think he-
restaurants, the theaters, museums, and it was something else that he said that was going to open up. Malls. The mall was
mall.
going to open up because they're going to do it in 2 phases. And I know majority of the people are not going to wear their mask. They're not going to stay at home. If those people that are sick would stay at home, it would be okay.
Right.
But you got those that are not going to stay home. We was in the thing the other day, and there was a baby just coughing and sneezing, and the mom didn't think nothing of it, and I'm thinking that baby ought to be at home.
Right.
Because babies are getting coronavirus.
Right.
And they're dying from this. So if they're going to open it up, which I understand what he's saying, he's gradually opening it up. But I guarantee you go to the theater this weekend, it's probably going to be packed. Because a lot of them want to see all the upcoming movies.
Right.
The
Right.
malls are going to be packed.
Right.
And they're going to be walking in, and you don't know who have the stuff and who not, So all I can suggest is pray. Pray that you don't get it or be around, because my daily prayer is I plead the blood of Jesus.
Right.
And I cover myself, my members, my household. But in a way, I know a lot of people want to go back to work because it's really messing with their businesses.
Right. And also messing with their finance.
Yeah, with their finance, because the
And-
stimulus and
right.
all that is not, it's going to cause more problem, I think, in the end, because it's a lot of money. And
why
we
you
can't
think
take care of it.
Why do you think it'll cause more problems?
Because it's going to put us more in debt
And plus,
with the United States.
and then you also have to look at the fact that everything is closed, so the money is not going back into the community.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they spending their money, but you don't know exactly. You can't say they're spending at the mall because they're closed. But I would like to know if Governor Abbott going to be out there, going to the mall and stuff.
He might. You never can tell.
Yeah, he might be, but you never can tell. You have to be careful about, and I think the churches are going to be open as well.
Mm-hmm.
But do they do social distance in the
Well,
church?
we can, because we don't have that many coming no way.
Yeah,
And you
I
gonna-
think it'd be difficult for like bigger
mega
churches,
churches.
like mega
Yeah.
churches and stuff
Yeah.
like that, to continue to practice social distancing if they decide to bring all their members back or something like that. But
Right.
my last question is, do you think this will be a new norm for people to be distant from each other, or you think everything go back to normal the way it was before?
Everything's gonna go back to normal. It's
Because
already
people, I don't
has.
think people really care.
I mean, it already has. You okay? Like sister was talking about the park yesterday. People was at the park.
Yeah.
They wasn't social distancing
packed.
themselves. You know, it was packed. I looked on at the news this morning in Chicago. They having a party in this apartment, and they was tight packed. Now, it's one person had on a mask, but they still was, you know, close together. And then you talking about Los Angeles, the beaches, everybody, it was full yesterday. So, you know, regardless, it's gonna be something to see, because this is not the end of this. And people are not realizing this is not the end. This is just the beginning. And we have to be very careful what we believe in God, we trust God. But then, you know, God gave us what? Wisdom and common sense.
But some people don't have common sense.
Well, that's true.
Some don't even have sense. Leave the common off, you know.
Common sense ain't so common.
No, it ain't so common.
So,
But you know, a lot of time, Carlos, it's going to be some that is going to go back to what they've been doing.
Yeah.
And then there are going to be some that's going to be cautious. Like I'm going to be cautious.
Right.
Of, you know, certain things and everything. Because I'm a huggy person, but you can't hug everybody now.
yeah.
No.
So you're going to have to be, you know, praying and asking God to lead you and direct you
Right.
in that way. And that's the reason why I'm saying, even with the churches opening up, even with our church, we're not saying, hey, everybody got to come back to church. That's up to you.
Right.
Because we can do social distancing, you know, 'cause
Right.
before they even had this, they had social distancing. People wasn't coming to church no way. So they're going to use this as another excuse for them not to come back. And then there are going to be some that want to come in that haven't been coming to church, because they're going to be thanking God that, hey,
Right.
I want to be able to come in and worship him around the group, because the word say, do not forsake the assembling of yourself.
Right.
So you're going to have some that's going to come in that's really ready to worship God. And you're going to still have those that's been practicing social distancing for years that's going to use this for an excuse. But God knows our heart.
Yeah.
And he going to know those that were serious about coming and those that are not. You know, so we just have to be prayed up and cover ourselves and do some of the social distancing even in the church. Instead of hugging, we can just go,
Yeah.
you know, like that, you know, and move around.
Yeah.
And the Holy Spirit will lead us and guide us.
Yeah, but one thing I noticed in I, you know, some people at work, they have become closer to their family,
Yes.
to their kids, you know, their husbands, because they doing things, they're interacting with each other
Yeah.
instead of, you know, dropping your child off here, dropping your child off there. They coming together, and now that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
That's an excellent thing. But also, I talked to some that said they don't want to go back to church. And I got so used to looking at it online, you know. So we have to very be cautious of what, you know. And sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes the enemy is in between that, you know.
Right. And
Like
he's
you don't
always-
have to go back to church now. You missed it this long. You've been on the, you know, looking at it on TV. You know, so why subject yourself to get up and go to church? But you need to assemble yourself with true believers. So that's why you should get up
and come
to church. You get
But
up.
they're going to go to work now.
They gonna go to
Oh, they're
work.
going to go to work.
Yeah.
And some of them already been going to work
Right.
because it was essential.
Right.
But you're going to have those that are going to go back to work because they want to go back to work.
Right.
But they'll use that as, I got to go back to work, but I don't have to go to church.
Right.
But they're not looking at God as the
They're
author
not looking
and
at
finisher
God
of their
at
faith.
all.
But
Not
that
in that
happened
one.
before the coronavirus came.
Right.
But this should be a wake-up call for everybody.
It should.
It should be a wake-up call because God is I feel like he's getting tired. There are tornadoes. They just had a tornado 8 miles from my hometown in Linden, Texas. You know, so you're hearing about tornadoes and floods and
Right.
rain, hail,
Right.
and stuff that happened during the time that we be wondering, where would a tornado come down in a little country town?
Right.
In dire place. But the
It
word
held
says
here.
that.
It held here last
It held last
week, wasn't
Sunday,
it? Right.
and then 2 hours later, sun out. But see, we have to realize that God is a God of his word.
Yes,
and
he
he's
is.
not going to put up with our foolishness
Right.
no more. He's
Right.
tired of it. And he's given us demonstrations with Noah and all the other things that happen in the Bible. But one thing you can rest for sure, that if you are a born again Christian, even if we die through the corona, we're absent from the body, but we're present with God. So that's the most important thing is you need to know Jesus.
Right.
And I'm only talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about no other religion. You need to know Jesus, that he died and he rose again.
Right.
He's a healer. They still haven't found a grave, a tombstone that says Jesus. So that let you know Jesus is still alive. And he wants us to call on him and he wants us to take him serious.
Right.
So the doors of the church are open again.
Right.
But you got to be able to distance yourself the way you feel like. If you feel like you want to stay at home, that's you.
Right.
But
Enter into his
the
gates
with what?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving that you made it through the coronavirus.
Yeah, you ought to have people coming in here just shouting
and hollering and everything.
I mean, because it's a blessing that you are still alive.
Yes.
And that God has allowed you to see this and let you know that he is still in the midst of all of this. It's not man, it's not the president, it's not the governor.
It's
God
Jesus.
is in the midst.
That's
and he's tired of his people following man instead of following him. So that's something we have to think about.
Yes.
You know, we're so caught up on what people say, what the governor say, what the president say, what my bosses say and all that. and you looking at them like,
really?
Do y'all know Jesus? It got to be something in there.
Yes.
It got to be something to come out of this that will glorify God. That's all I got to say. It got to glorify God.
It's going to glorify him.
It's going to glorify him.
It's going to glorify him.
People just got to stop and start thinking.
That's right.
Thinking, my God. Romans 10:9 says if you confess with your mouth.
And what? Believe in your heart. That he died
and
rose again.
Yes.
Thou art saved.
That's all you got to do.
To put a button on this conversation, I just want to say, everybody, please be safe. Be careful. Continue to follow the rules of the CDC. Just be thankful. And I also want to thank the people, the essential workers that had to look the coronavirus in the face.
That's right. Appreciate them.
Right.
They didn't ask for it, but they stepped up to the
doctors.
challenge and accepted it and took care of everybody. Took care of family, of other people's family members. Even the risk of them having it and bringing it home to their children, to the husband or wife, or to their parents or something like that. So we want to thank y'all, and just stay safe. So
and we want to thank you, Carlos, for taking the time out to ask us those wonderful, off-the-wall questions.
no problem.